What is going on, everybody? We are back with the Expedition of the Damned. So, picking up where we left off, the crew here has managed to once again find their way back within the city of Corsairs, escaping the hounding. Well, I shouldn't say hounding, the chase of the. They didn't even get close, if we're being completely honest, of the orc boar boys, the savage orc boar boys that were coming after you were fleeing from the destruction of the conch as well as the goblin fortification. You decided to heal up in the interim because you suffered some grievous wounds from a certain vampire lord. And had a little bit of exposition take place between the party members, piecing some things together. I'm not going to say who they're about. And ultimately discovering some threads still loose out in the expedition. One of them being a certain rat man that was apparently eavesdropping on Luther and Lucian's conversation, as well as a very strange and almost hostile conversation Luther had with Mr. Shrena about the current goings-on of the state of the expedition and the Wa outside of the city gates. So, with that, you've all managed to get some healing done. Nog is looking better than he was, though not 100%. When Nazaro kind of like gathered all of you back together again and said that we have a problem, that Commander Hellwig is not checked in recently, yet again. I know this is almost comical, indeed. It is. We lose Knight Commander regularly, one might say. It is. At this point, I feel like we should just nominate. Yes, exactly. We should just nominate Henry. Henry can be the new commander. We wash our hands of this and be done with it.
Vote.
Exactly. This is how we should do things. But what do I know? Aldebrand says that we must find him. He is lost to us. I think he's dead. In my personal opinion, he went charging out into the horde 2 days times ago, and he was seen with his band of fanatics. No offense, Henry. Butchering Greenskin en masse, and drawing a lot of attention.
Well,
if you have my opinion, I say, no offense, Henry. I say we help out the siege while we can. And we perhaps take our time searching for Commander Hellwig. If you catch my drift.
has anyone else reported in?
The bastards are all here. The mages have all been giving reports, except for Magister Weiss. He says that he is above giving reports to lowly peasants such as myself.
Any word from Otto? Any captains? Surely I'm not the highest ranking member.
Otto was, if I remember correctly, he was with Commander Hellwig.
So no one has returned?
They have not. They have not been seen for hours at this point. Or I should say they lost track of them in the night sometime.
You are probably right, Nazar, that the defense of the city is more important. The larger whole.
I agree, Henry. I agree. We're all friends here. I hope. Yes. I have set up a meeting with the general. We are to go have a conversation with General Radi, as he prefers to be called now. You know, it was Saeed a few weeks ago, but now it's General Radi. Like he is some posh. It does not matter. I have a meeting. He wishes the expedition to branch out again. We were the only successful group, apparently, that he has put his faith in thus far. With the port free, we're looking at getting we can at least ship out some of the citizen can at least leave back and forth, and perhaps we can get some resupply going with what little ships we have left.
Guess we should meet the general.
Very well. He gives you the location. It's a location near the East Gate. And he says, I will need to continue my directions here. But Lucien, you appear to be the man in charge now. He hands you a piece of parchment with a seal, the seal of the expedition, and hands it to you. Says, these are papers announcing that we are forming a full contract with the city of Corsairs under General Radi. Do as he asks, and make a show of yourself, Lucien. We can use the publicity.
We always do our best.
Indeed. All right. Do good work. Come back to us. We need good men.
Seems our fates are tied with this city, for better or for ill.
Let's hope we leave soon. And the four of you, five of you if you include Rory, head out to meet with General Roddy. On your way there, Luther, you're beginning to feel strange tingles every once in a while, Luther.
Oh.
It's almost like your skin crawls at different points in time. Something's not right. You feel uncomfortable, and you can't quite put your finger on why you are so uncomfortable until using your second
sense. Yeah.
I don't care about your sixth sense. Until using your second sight, as you are moving in the direction of the general, you begin to sense that the winds of Akshi are diminishing. And it's almost like they're being drowned out.
By another wind?
The wind of Chamon, the wind of the lore of metal, is overwhelming all of the winds of magic currently. Everything is being suppressed to such an extent that suddenly, Luther, as you guys are making your way through the city, you watch as some people are kind of going about their business. One of them kind of leaning against a wall, currently kind of like taking a break. These are just regular folk trying to deal with the current situation that they're in. Let's see here. Would you be on horse, Henry?
Yes. Yes.
The rest of you walking? Or are we horsing up?
Yeah, I mean, unless we were planning on charging out, I'd probably walk, myself.
I mean, Nog is still walking.
I've got my Golem Ignis with me.
Okay, Ignis is with you. Those of you on foot, which is Luther, I guess, and Nog. Lucien, are you on foot?
I would assume so if I am. He doesn't really ride a horse.
That's true. So Lucien is also on foot then. In that case, I'm going to need Luther, Lucien, and Nog to give me a dodge roll.
Dodge roll. Dodge. What is my dodge?
I will give Luther a plus. I'll give you a +10 to this roll, Luther,
Well, yeah.
for reasons.
So my dodge score is a 39. I rolled a 16.
Yep. You score,
with
unfortunately. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
-30, so you're.
Like a 1.
Yeah.
Like
there
no
was almost
success.
impossible
Even?
for you to pass this, Nog.
That's rude.
Sorry. Well, with your current injuries, it is what it is.
Did Nog use a fate point last session?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
No,
so.
I don't think he did.
No, I have 1 fate point.
He
So
only gets
you-
1.
Yeah.
You have a reroll.
Do you have a reroll?
It's really hard for him to hit.
But what?
Yeah, can he
Well,
pass it though?
He has to
what
pa-
was-
he
what
has
was-
to get
what was
below
your
a
test
9.
level? That's the thing. He could make it a success, right?
No. Well, I don't
No,
know.
he could. You're right, because he could.
Well, you could.
Subtract it by 10.
You
Yeah.
can use your you could
I'm not
you
saying
give
you should
yourself a
do that.
success level.
I don't know what we're dodging.
Sure.
I could, you're saying I could use my fate point to succeed?
Well, you
Fortune
can use
point.
your
Fortune
fortune
point.
point that's tied
Oh,
to it.
fortune.
Instead of using a reroll,
You get one
can,
reroll.
You can
Yeah.
give yourself a single success level, and so you would have a success.
It would mean you rolled a 6 instead of a 16.
Yes,
So-
basically.
Under a
Right, that
9.
would be
Meaning-
a success. But it's I don't show that I have a fortune point.
You do.
It's-
You have fate point,
Okay.
so you have fortune point.
Yeah, it's tied to your fate, so you have one.
Right. All right. Well, I'll use it, and then I won't have
Okay.
one.
Everyone passes. Right. You watch as all of a sudden there is a stirring as the winds flare, Luther. The wind flares violently. And you watch as the kind of like sand, like stone, and the pieces of the like rock-like material that the wall is made of suddenly shift into iron spikes that jut out from the structure, impaling several citizens that are immediately just like run through. Some of it comes spiking out of the ground as there is a magical flare that is happening throughout this area of the city. Not exactly sure what's causing it, but suddenly everything is in chaos. All over, like very quickly, everything's in chaos. It flares and then it kind of like dies down for a moment, but it's ever present, Luther. You can feel like it can flare again at any moment.
The wind or the spell?
The wind. There is no spell. It's just just the wind itself.
Okay.
And
I'm not looking at it anymore.
while this wind
Spikes everywhere.
is flaring, Luther, all other winds of magic are diminished. And you'll be taking a -20 test to use any other lore of magic besides metal. Metal gets a +20.
Hell yeah.
Well, can't do that.
You know what?
Man, metal's
can
the
think-
coolest anyway.
Guess what? You can thank the viewers because this was the viewer decision.
I knew it.
I had
knew
fire
it.
in there. And
Oh,
I had the lore of metal in there, and unfortunately, the
metal.
lore of fire didn't happen.
I mean, just, well, everyone loves metal. So,
It's true.
All right.
I will say, this will have some interesting repercussions.
I would say so.
Not just from that, but as far as other things are concerned, we'll go to that later.
I'm going to tell everyone, gather around me. And I'm going to try to make sure that if a spell is cast towards, hopefully it's cast towards me, I can try to counter it a little bit. But
Okay. This
but-
now I will say, Luther, this was not no spell. This was like wild magic.
this is wild, man. This is something that just happened.
This is
That's some
like
God
a
kind of
phenomenon that's happening.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. This is bad. It's really bad.
It'd be like if a tornado sprung up in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah,
It's like,
magical
yeah,
storm.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
This is
We're
not
just walking
good.
down this-
Hopefully, it's bad for the orcs. It is for us.
Probably.
Um, we are surrounded by the winds. A magical storm.
What do we do?
Stay inside.
I don't know. Any place that's with little metal as possible, you know. I don't know. Close to the water actually would probably be okay. Ish. Yeah. Either close to like a large fire or close to the water or something like that, you know, someplace that the winds are slightly different. You know, it's kind of hard when you're surrounded by like a tornado of magic, but you know, someplace that the winds generate off objects too. So you know, anything generates a wind. So
I follow Luther.
Yes.
I'm gonna head towards the docks.
Heading towards the docks instead of your meeting with the general.
I mean, I'm assuming the city's in panic right now. It's,
People starting to freak out a little bit.
Spikes popping up all over the place.
Yep. Iron spikes are just kind of like
A mild impaling.
they pop
event.
out. Yeah, they pop out. They'll pop out of the ground. We're talking about like a 2 or 3 foot spike just suddenly appears and then it just like crumbles away back into dirt essentially. Nothing seems to be like stable.
where was the meeting point for the general?
It was at the East Gate.
Are we close to the East Gate?
You guys are relatively close. Yes.
Well, then we'll swing by there till they grab the general.
Swing by.
Well, swing by,
How spiky does that direction look?
Move
yeah,
quickly.
How spiky we talking?
Luther's aware of
Pretty
it
spiky.
at this point. I'll let you know if anything's gonna happen. But
I got
Do we have
sixth
a horse-
sense, too.
Do we have
Yeah.
horses? Do we have any horses we can get on at this point?
sure, the horses
Spike-
with the iron shot hooves.
No,
jump on
don't
them.
do it, bro.
At least a little
they're
spike
fine.
buffer.
They're fine.
Ooh.
The knights
do they-
are all
do they-
wearing metal armor.
They're just
like
leaking.
there's
They're just
Henry's
Are they like
Henry's draped
are
in
they
metal.
like humming with?
No, what's strange about them is, oddly enough, Henry's armor was reinforced for a time. Nog's makeshift gut plate was heavily reinforced for a small amount of time before it kind of like receded back to its normal form.
So they got enhanced.
Enhanced for temporarily, and then it went
Yeah,
back
just
down.
for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you guys continue
We're moving.
towards
We're moving.
the meeting with the general, everything's kind of like in somewhat chaos at this point. The general himself, Roddy, is just haphazardly. They're trying to like set up, like you see there are like these makeshift tents that are set up near the gate at this point, full of wounded soldiers that looks like they have holes across their bodies in different places. Most of them appear to be alive. There are members of the cult of Jinn at each one that are currently like praying, and Luther, you can tell that they're casting magic miracle of some kind, keeping the elemental winds at bay as best they can. Though it's a little strange with metal because it doesn't quite fall into their purview. It's a little offshoot.
Yeah.
So they're doing their best to try to like buffer what they can.
A rare magic.
Yes. So Luther, as you approach the general, he looks up and sees all of you. He, in particular, he sees the pyromancer. Says, "You, what is? Is this an attack? What is happening?
This is a natural phenomenon.
There's nothing natural about this. This has never happened."
It's natural, completely natural. Hopefully the orcs are suffering as much as we are. Um,
I will say, as you say that, there have not been any boulders thrown for a while.
yeah. Um, this is bad, though. This is very bad. Um, yeah, so, um, I suggest we move towards the water. They give off a different wind.
Okay, but we have to protect the gates. We have to protect the walls.
I assume the walls just like were encased in spikes. Is there anyone like alive on the walls, or?
Most of them have retreated down, but then they're like the general is making people get back on the walls because they gotta have people up there.
This is not good, General. This is not good.
This is all I can do. He points towards the towards one of the acolytes of the cult of Jinn. He says, They are useless. I need a wizard. I need you. You shall help me."
This is beyond my capabilities. This is a force of nature, sir.
Lucia, cast your dome of protection. I'm
You have this
gonna
dome?
I'm gonna
Yes.
look. I'm gonna look at him knowingly. Yeah, real subtly.
It doesn't quite well. Perhaps, say, you Jin there. Casters, will perhaps have any magical artifacts that you could lend me for a moment. Perhaps I can boost my power. To
All of them shake their head. They hate you.
they do hate me, damn it.
They hate you on many levels, especially now.
Damn it! Why? General, as I said, I'm trying to work here, but they won't help me.
I can see it. I can see it.
I'm
Perhaps.
Anyway, General, quickly, I'll hand him the writ or the
Yes.
parchment.
He takes it. He unseals it. Looks at it. Good. All right. If we can't stop this, and it's happening to the enemy, perhaps we take advantage.
oh boy. We just says that offhandedly.
What are you possibly thinking?
We strike back.
Oh,
We could break this siege now.
yes.
What do you think you're capable of? I could think of a few things.
Our entire company, or just the five of us?
Well, I see you, and I see a full contingent
all
of
the
knights
knights?
here with Henry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the contingents of knights. How many knights is it? 8? Is it 8 knights?
He has 8 knights. They're all healthy too.
Healthy, perfectly in health. I don't know. Henry is the commander. What are we capable of, Henry?
Depends on what the general. If you want us to strike a certain part, or
There are 2 things that I think that we could do, especially now. If everything is in disarray, everything's in chaos, the leader will be vulnerable. You could cut off the head from the snake.
the
If you could take down this war boss, maybe his pet shaman, it would cripple the horde. They would crumble to nothingness. If that is too much, I understand. If you could instead make sure that the giants stop throwing those boulders, that would be good as well.
Giants, you say? My vote is war boss.
don't
say
know.
the war boss as
Perhaps if we
well.
were at our full strength, but
Exactly. If Nog was healthier, the war boss would be no problem.
we had
No
our
problem.
gunner.
Also, Wolfram,
Push. You're gonna sail the giant instead? The
the
giants?
giants.
Still think the war boss might be the better option.
Yes, I agree.
I am not sending
I
you
have-
out there alone.
Oh, thank you. Thank
You will
thank
provide a retinue of your own men.
I will be sending some of my captains as well. They been hesitant.
Specialists.
They are not necessarily specialists, but they are. They'll be good to bog things down.
Yes.
You must understand. I must
we
keep.
take on this is also where Commander Herwig was last.
I do not know who this is you speak of.
Yes, I believe so. He was
Yes.
he's claiming to be. I mean, of course he would, Henry. I'm sure he wouldn't lie, but I'm sure he went straight for the war boss.
Hmm.
Why would he not?
Exactly. Lucas sits there. Smug.
I mean, they might still be out there needing our help.
Of course, two birds with one stone. Surely we can rescue your fearless commander once more. Yes,
I don't like our odds with 4 or 5 giants.
I don't either. They are large. They can throw boulders a tremendous amount of way.
Who is this shaman you spoke of?
Oh boy.
They have some kind of shaman, some kind of small creature or something that has been. To be honest with you, the cult has been what is the word? Flaccid in their attempts to counter its abilities.
I was told the cultists had a tremendous amount of artifacts at their disposal.
Well, you would think this, but apparently the head priest was felt very slighted. I'm not sure who made him so angry, but he is holed up currently in the temple with all of his things, and says that he must protect him at all cost.
Useless.
Damn.
I agree. I am the only one here. Unfortunately, my hands are tied. I must keep the walls manned with my best, per the Sultan's decree. He wishes none of his goods to be snatched away by the greenskin filth.
Of course. Have the pirates decided to help perhaps waylay the shoreline with their ships?
I forgot. You broke the conch. Yes, good.
Yes.
As soon as the conch was broken, the Blackout Corsairs left, and they've left us all to die.
Yes. Well, once again into the breach, my friends. Perhaps is there anything you can give us to go on our way? Perhaps some sort of resources.
I can give you the blessing of the Jinn.
Oh,
Puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "May the Jinn bless you in your endeavors."
thank you.
Do you feel stronger, Luther?
Yes, I do. I know I can do this now.
Yes, your faith will carry you, my friend.
Of course.
We will succeed in this endeavor now,
You will.
thanks to the gin.
He begins speaking in Arabian to several captain figures. He begin to organize some.
I speak Arabic.
He's just giving basic orders to the guards to form up into several regiments. It looks like there are 100 men that are going to be sallied forth out of this wall. This is a big push for him.
This is make or
They
break.
must really be desperate.
This
As
is
we
make or
are-
break time now.
This is going to be
Ooh.
because essentially, if this fails, the city's going to
Oh
be
shit!
fairly
Yes.
undefended at this point because there's a lot of fighting men that are leaving right now.
Well, boys, if we fail, the city falls.
Prepare for glory.
Um, as we're mustering, I guess, in
Mhm.
our lines and such,
Mhm.
I'm going to saunter over to the party and my friends, my magical capabilities are diminished in this storm. Just so you know, don't blame me if I fail. Certain amounts of my magical casting and performances. Don't tell anyone. They look to me for leadership, I'm sure. And I turn around to the men, and
So you can make a big grand show.
yes. And the flame on my staff is a little bit flickering, a little bit
Mhm.
lessened,
Yeah.
So
At this point, you are joined by one Nazaro Dalia
Hey, let's go.
with the resources of the expedition.
He's gonna die.
Don't say that, bro.
Damn it!
He's got 9 more
I
lives.
mean,
Damn
he showed
it.
up. He showed up.
Are you suggesting this is like some Bethesda game where we all become the commanders of our respective guilds? What are you talking about, bro?
You're so negative right now. So, with this in question, Nazaro shows up with a regiment of handgunners, about 50 men.
Ooh.
He shows up with all the knights are missing. They're all gone, with the exception of the ones that
Not
are
all
under
knights.
Henry's command.
I
It is
am.
command.
We are the Knights Panther now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there
We'll
are
carry
two
on the Doom
regiments.
Seed?
Yeah, there are two regiments of sellswords.
Ooh.
They're basically just basic like men at arms kind of individuals. Not much to them.
Mercenaries.
And it looks like you have
Crack.
two regiments of just regular militia.
I wasn't gonna say it, bro.
No.
I wanted to.
Craig Bender's not there.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Of course not.
I'm
You
sorry.
got clobbered by the merworm again.
Oh!
You bastards. So, as this is being led, so Henry, half, so 50 of the 100, so half of the guards, soldiers, are regimented out. They have several like kind of leaders and captains underneath them, but ultimately they are horsemen. They're light, fast, almost like cavalry, but they are put under the disposal of Sir Henry
Oh,
to make decisions on how tactics will be played.
Although lives
Oh,
on,
bro.
you're young, inexperienced.
my first battle.
Doesn't matter.
Have you been
I
training?
command 60 men.
You are
Not
the
in
most
tactics.
experienced knight present. They all look to you like you know what you're doing, and
Yes.
you're going to be great.
Thank you.
Lucien, the regiments of the regular militia, which are you're looking at 100 men, Lucien, are put under your command.
Why does he get
These
100?
are the expedition militia. 100
Oh.
men under Lucien's command.
Peasants.
Think you're better than me because you got 100?
Infantry don't count for as much as cavalry.
They don't.
Now I will
That's true.
say
True.
the
It does cost more.
These are not
True.
these are the expedition militia. They're not like they're
Okay.
trained. They're
Oh, so
they're
they're
highly
good. Okay.
they're well above the average guardsman.
Like a
These
city
are
militia.
soldiers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you have
Some of
100
them
100
Are
soldiers.
pretty green.
Yeah, there's going to be some of them that are a little green, but they have much more fighting experience than the rest of these guys, probably. Looks like Master Nog. There are wandering band
No.
of ogre man-eaters
Man-eaters.
that have been pitched into service to the Sultan's decree.
Oh, these are my people.
And they are essentially put under Nog's command.
Oi,
He's the best cook in town.
Best cook
true.
in town, indeed.
What
They've
about
heard the
his,
tales.
what about his small gut plate? Do they ridicule
They
him?
do see the small gut plate, and they do chuckle and
Yeah,
laugh.
but it looks knightly,
Mm.
does look nice.
regal.
Very nice.
But
How
they're
many?
put
How
under
many men
your
do I command?
There are 10 man-eaters, Nog.
10 man-eaters. Nice. Get this
Indeed,
expedition going.
And Wolfram, should he ever return, if he's not laid out for eternity, will be in charge of the 50 handgunners.
What? They're all gonna die.
So
We saw how he ran Bragadin's men.
the
that's
expedition's
true.
resources have been doled out. Luther gets nothing because he's a force of his own.
Well,
Gotta go.
His goal.
Yes.
Here's a goal. As we begin to take our resources in, you begin to look around. Everything's amassing very quickly. The general stands up. He gets to the top of the gate very hesitantly at first, waiting for spikes to just explode from it at any moment. He looks down towards all his men, begins to shout at them in Arabian. He says, "Men, this day we charge forward to victory!" And he motions down towards you, Henry, like you're supposed to lead the charge.
Just out of the gate, just we're going.
Out of the gate, we're going right now.
Send in those
Right.
shock troops.
And we're going. No,
Henry.
no strategy yet.
Wedge.
Badri kind of looks towards you. My heart is pounding, sir. Don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. This might be too much.
Be okay, Badri.
How are you so
I'll-
calm right now?
A duck on a pond, Badri. Duck on a pond.
Don't know what that is. I live in the desert, sir.
It's in the desert.
If you get dehorsed, Badri, just look for me.
Am I going to get dehorsed?
Ah!
Yeah! As everybody charges out of the gate, one after the other, the knights streaming past. Ah! After that, the men, begin to file out behind. The Nog and the man-eaters mixed in. Luther, I'm assuming you're somewhere in the middle, in the front. Where's Luther coming in at?
The safest place.
What do you think is the safest place?
I don't know.
You'd be able to
I
see,
guess-
Luther.
Yeah, I want to be able to see.
You're gonna be standing on your golem, you bastard.
Yes. Let's try and score.
You probably have some kind of like freaking chain attached to it.
Huh.
You like stand and hold it. It's running.
The Lord metal playing in the wind.
I hate it. But yeah, I guess probably closer to Nog because he
the
moves. His troops
man-eaters.
move fast. They move fast.
They're as fast as the horses. They're moving.
Yeah,
ahead.
they're as fast as the horses. I guess close to Lucian if he's moving on foot, or
Yeah.
the gunners.
Yeah.
Well, probably towards Lucian. Don't want to be too close to the gunpowder.
Of course not. All
But
right.
yeah.
I will say for combat purposes, none of you will be close to each other. Every man is
Okay.
going to be on his own here. So when it comes to the actual combats, you can basically we're going to do two things. You're going to have to do a roll for your command, to see how that's going. Then you will have to do then you can choose to what's the word? You can choose to act yourself, or you can choose to like boost your men. You'll have to make that decision before you make that first roll. But as we begin to charge outwards, Luther begins to feel a twinge of pain
Oh boy.
in his third eye
Oh.
as
It burns.
suddenly the winds swirl yet again. And iron spikes begin to burst out of the ground, much larger than before.
Be careful! Was I shout out? Shout out as this.
They begin to shoot out across no man's land where you guys are running out. At the same time, you hear the holler of the greenskins as they are beginning to come up over the kind of like fortification hillock they've made. And they're beginning to charge down, screaming, "Wow!" When all of a sudden the magic surges and spikes just begin to explode across the entire battlefield in total chaos. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of The Expedition of the Damned.
Oh, jeez.
We'll pick up with a massive battle in the next session. Hopefully, Wolfram will be here for it. If not, he's unconscious back home.
He's in the safest place right now.
That's
He
true.
is the safest place.
For
That's true.
now.
For now.
It's true. With us
Yeah.
from Skaven
That's
visibility.
true. He's
Yeah.
gonna get. He's gonna get.
Fine.
Well, bracketing like the bathtub.
No,
Yes.
that was good.
Yes.
I missed that. So,
Uh,
let's go ahead and let's do favorite moments of the night before we get into the very exciting viewer decision that I have. Let's start off with Luther. Favorite moments of the night, Luther.
oh, I enjoyed the. I enjoyed the talking with Lucien about Wolfram and its treacherous ways.
Alleged.
Alleged treachery.
Legend.
Suspected.
Legend. He's fine.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly.
All that
What's your
good stuff.
problem?
I know. I enjoyed that. Maybe some of the strings are getting pulled from that sweater. And unraveling a little bit of information about our close and loyal friend Wolfram Kistler.
Mhm.
But yes, I enjoyed that quite thoroughly.
Indeed, indeed. Let's slide on down to Lucien.
I enjoyed the grand assembly of our war party. I did not anticipate the weight being thrust upon our shoulders so forcefully, so quickly.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
I'm looking forward to the charge.
Exactly. That's going to be our first massive scale battle. You guys have had some leading up to this, but this will be like Lord of the
I
Rings.
still haven't actually seen any greenskins. I haven't seen any.
I know
seen
this will
any
be your
actual
first
orcs.
time actually
Yeah.
fighting the orcs, so that's going to be fun.
Wolfram and I did burn a fair amount of
It's
the
true you
cage.
did.
I was I think I was on vacation during that session.
It was gone. You didn't see it happen.
Lucian knows about it, but
Yes, because Lucien was the one that volunteered to take Cragbender.
He did. Damn it, Craig Benner. He's like a bad panty. Everybody
I'll
just passes
say,
him
boy.
around.
wait, what?
You had to carry him.
Bad what?
You weren't there. You had to carry Cragbender, the broken dwarf.
Did you say a bad panty?
Yeah, he's like a bad panty. He's just kind of passed around.
Interesting. I've never heard that turn of phrase.
I think it's a bad penny.
Whatever.
A bad penny.
No.
Hopefully it's
No,
not
I
a
like
bad
panty.
I like
I mean-
I like
panty.
panty better.
penny.
That's what we're going with.
Get those panties out of here.
Let's scoot on over to Nog. Favorite was the night, Nog.
Showing
I
up.
don't want them.
I got an army,
Did.
and that's pretty cool. No, the party, there wasn't ever even any question. Nog was gonna sacrifice himself, stay behind. The party wasn't having it, and the fact that we somehow managed to end up where we were supposed to be after all this time. You know,
Mhm.
we made it back. We reconnected with the group, and now we're charging into battle. It's not the love.
Yeah.
So what's not to love? Last but not least, Sir Henry. Brave, brave Sir Henry.
Yeah, probably Henry's realization that him and his 8 or 9 guys are it.
There is.
Uh, all of a sudden, he's been thrust
Mm.
to a commanding role at 16 or 17, depending on how much time has passed now. His first real battle,
hmm hmm
and he's commanding like 60 dudes.
Yep, 60 horsemen. That's all you.
Yeah.
Or die. Take your choice. Anyways, fantastic. You know, if I had a favorite moment, it was definitely the man, the viewer decision. What I gotta say, man, you know, it played out so well because I was like, oh man, you know, Luther's gonna be super excited when the flames get real high. He's gonna get his rocks off instantly. Nope, didn't happen. I had to go with the other one. Everybody loves the metal, bro. Don't you know?
Imagine the havoc he could have wrought on
No, imagine what you could
the
have done.
orcs. Mm.
Imagine, just imagine. Anyways, it's all for naught. But that will bring us to the viewer decision, though. And the viewer decision for the next session is I need all of you to vote on a member of the expedition, one of our party members. Which one of them will be under the gaze of the gods?
Oh no.
So you,
Oh,
Luther,
no.
That
Lucian,
sucks.
Nog,
I don't know what that
Henry,
means.
Wolfram
That's not good.
will be under one of them will be under the gaze of the gods, and well, you know, it's
See
gonna
what
work.
that
It's gonna be
means.
fine. It's gonna be
It's gonna be
fine.
fine. It's gonna be fine.
So
Totally
somebody's
fine.
gonna be under the
There's
gaze of
only
the
one
gods.
god, and his
We-
name is Sigma.
And we'll see. Maybe it'll be.
Technically,
Who
that's not
knows?
true.
We get worried about the weirdest things, you know.
Mhm, mhm. Indeed, indeed. It's gonna be great. So I need a vote on that for the next session. Exciting, exciting. Do make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. Of course, go ahead and vote in the viewer decision. I mean, give us a comment. We'd love to hear them, even if it's not necessarily about the viewer decision. Just any of them in general. We enjoy reading them. I know for a fact. Old Wolfram is adequate on his responses. He'll get you all chatted up. And that's going to be that for the night. So thank you guys very much for watching. And we are looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good day.